we're going to start with a little bit of consolidation. We're going to do these questions that we've got here on the screen. These 5 questions, we're just going to take about, let's give it 8 minutes. Okay. When you're done, pop your favorite emoji in the chat. If you have a specific question, you can pop it in the chat as well. And I'm more than happy to help. All right. Take it away, grade 10s. Okay, we've got less than 1 minute to go, but I'm seeing quite a few emojis in the chat. So I'm going to assume that everybody's on the right track. Chat in a second. Oh, Penyo, what a lovely emoji. I love it. Very cute. All right, peeps, that's time. All right, remember, guys, this is calculator work. And before we do anything on our calculator, what we want to remember is that our calculator needs to be in degrees. So at the very top of our scientific calculator, that D for degrees needs to be colored in at the top. Otherwise, our mathematics is going to go a little wonky. All right, so if we start at the beginning, you just punch all of these into your calculator. Sine, remember, if you click sine on your calculator, it's going to open a bracket. So you put in 75. Remember to close the bracket so that the cos doesn't fall inside your bracket. And then you go minus cos, it will also open a bracket. You put 42 in, close brackets. And if we put that into a calculator, our question over here, or our instruction says, we must round each answer to 2 decimal places. So this answer over here is 0.22. Okay. 6.2 tan 49 over 3 should give us 0.83. Okay, this one over here, 3 cos x minus 15, where x is 45. Basically, what they're asking us to do is take that 45 degrees, put it where x is. So when we put it into our calculator, we're going to type in 3 cos, open brackets, and then you're just going to do 45 minus 15, close bracket. That's what you're going to put into your calculator. Now, your calculator is going to give you a funky answer. It's going to give you something like 3 root 3 over 2, something along those lines. We don't want that. And I know normally we say that's the most accurate answer, but in this particular case, the question says, the instruction says, the answer should be given correct to 2 decimal places. So we want to click the SD button so that we can find that number. Okay. So it should give us 2.60. And I'm saying 2.60, knowing that your calculator has actually given you 2.598076211, something along those lines. I know that this 8 will change the 9 into a 0 because the 9 will change that 5 into a 6. And that's why ma'am's answer is 2.60. So we've got to get used to the idea of rounding off to 2 decimal places correctly. All right, 6.4. Sine squared 27, remember your calculator again is not going to allow you to square the sine itself. So you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to go sine, and then it's going to open a bracket. You put 27 in, and then you square that. That's what your calculator expects. Plus, again, cos, open brackets. You put 27 in, close, and then square. So your calculator expects that from you, and the answer you should get out here is 1. Just 1. All right, last one, very easy. 2 cos of 49 over 2, 6.2. Let me double check. 6.2. Tan 49 divided by 3 equals, no, I'm lying. It's 0.38, not 83. Sorry, yes. Thank you, Sia, 0.38. Sorry, I think I missed that first 3. I don't know where I was going. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Sia. Thank you. All right, and for the last question, 2 cos 49 over 2, we should get 1.82 as an answer. All right, I can see Sia's definitely locked in. All right. Okay, let me know if you didn't get any of them right and any of the instructions are a little sideways. You need to let me know, okay? Because we're going to be moving swiftly along. These are things that we should already know how to do, peeps. Okay, let's jump into this next question. Here, question 7. It says, solve for x correct to 1 decimal place. Now, I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. I need you guys to note that they're telling us sine x is equal to something. What normally sits over here next to sine? A what? when we find sine of something, it's always something to, like, let's say, for instance, yes, correct. Yes, Tandolwetu, beautiful. It's usually theta. And we know that theta stands for what? What does theta stand for? Mandisa, you can answer, my darling. I have no worries with you answering this. I can feel you wanting to unmute. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Desmarie. I'll give this one to Desmarie. Theta stands for an angle. Right. Normally that's an angle. So we know in this case, for all of these, in order to find x in each of these, what are we going to have to click, guys?
Shift angle.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to have to click shift. Thank you very much, Mandisa. Great teamwork, guys. Okay, I'll give you guys about 6 minutes to tackle questions 1, 2, 3. Okay, about 6 minutes. And then we'll get to question 4 because question 4 is still a little bit tricky. We'll get to that one in just a little bit. Okay. Remember, guys, that this angle is actually 2 times x. Okay, so be careful with that one. No worries, Michael Jackson. I hope your cats are okay. Hanyo, do you want to DM me quickly and we'll have a chat, you and I? Hanyo, just please DM me where we've lost you so that I can catch you up. You've got less than 1 minute, folks. All right, peeps, let's have a bit of a chat. I know that they're getting a little bit more complicated and the maths wasn't going to get easier. So let's quickly chat about what needs to happen here. So remember, guys, what we want to do is we want to isolate the x in this case for number 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to go x is equal to, and because we want the angle, we're going to click shift sign or arc sign, as we call it, of 0.798. And our calculator will give us that x is equal to, now if you put that into your calculator is going to give you 52,8 something, 93, 58,93. But our answer over here, or our question over here wants us to round off to 1 decimal place. So we're just going to leave it as 58,9 degrees. Okay, and guys, I'm telling you now, if you were sitting in one of my classes and you didn't put the degrees there, I automatically mark it wrong. we're not going to belabor it. If you do not put a degree sign, it's automatically wrong, guys, because you need to know exactly what it is you're calculating for. Instead of just, they said I must click shift, therefore I'm clicking shift. No, you must know that clicking shift gives us an angle. So you must put the degrees there, guys. Otherwise it defeats the purpose, because then we can't tell the difference between a length or a ratio and an angle. All right. For 7.2 over here, guys, remember, we want this tan x part on its own. So everything else must move over to the other side. So actually, I'm just going to do this. Therefore, x is equal to 58,9 degrees. I just want to erase this part here. Sally, let me double check. I don't know if my calculator is doing the same things. Shift sign of 0,798. Guys, what's going on with my calculator today? 52,9. What did I say? 52, my goodness. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's gone into my brain today. 52,9. Thank you, Sally. It is indeed 52,9. Sorry, guys. And funny enough, my memo says 52,9. I'm sorry, Sia. I'm so sorry. My memo also says 52,9 and I just wrote 58,9. I don't know. Also me, I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, so we want to isolate tan x. That's the thing that we want on its own. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that +1 over to the other side, and it's going to become -1. So I'm going to get, thank you, Wanga, 2 tan x is equal to 3 minus 1 will give me 2, but then that 2 is still problematic. So I'm going to divide by 2 on each side. Right, so now I've got tan x is equal to 2 divided by 2 will give me 1. Now I know I want x, and x is the angle, so I'm going to go x is equal to shift tan or arc tan of 1. Therefore, x is equal to 45 degrees. Okay, x is equal to 45 degrees. Okay, now if we look at question 3, you'll note that my angle isn't just x. In this question over here, my angle is 2x. But I still need to get rid of this 4. So I'm going to take 4 over, divide by 4 on both sides. And then I'm going to end up with cos of 2x is equal to 2 over 4 will give me a half. Right. Now, if I put this into my calculator, I'm going to say 2x is equal to arc cos of a half. And my calculator will give back 2x is equal to 60 degrees. Or am I lying? It is not 60 degrees, guys. Why am I lying? Arc cos of 60 of a half, sorry, of a half is not a half. I'm thinking of arc sine. Sorry, guys. 1/2 should be √3/2. No, I'm right. It is 60. How? Teacher Coco. Okay, I'm in my own head, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so if 2x is equal to 60 degrees, then it is 60. Thank you, Michael. Right, then I still have to divide by 2, divide by 2. Therefore, x is equal to 30 degrees. Okay, I just want to find out, thumbs up, thumbs down. Have you guys done questions like the one I've just done with your teachers at school? In the chat, or you can even use your reaction hands. Okay, Penyu says yes. Everyone else, have we done questions like these? Give me a thumbs down if you haven't. Wanga says yes. Michael says a little. Mandisa says no. Okay. Sally says no. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go have a look for a couple more questions that look like this. Do we, to a certain extent, okay. Do we want to, let's just take a quick poll in the chat. Just give me a yes or a no in the chat. Yes, do we want to pause here and do more of these? Or let's say, write pause if you want to do more, and write continue if you want us to just keep going. So pause or continue. Type one of those in the chat for me. Pause or continue. Hey, Michael says pause. Sally says pause. Kanye wants to continue. Okay, I think the pauses have it. We might have to just pause and do some of these just so we can get used to how they're done. I'm sorry for those of you who want to continue. I will find you some like work to do as we go. But then you guys are you're gonna benefit from doing this as well. Okay. All right. All right, sure. Okay, I'm gonna have to count here. 1, 2, 3 continues and everybody else is a pause. So I'm very sorry, guys. We are actually going to pause here for just a little bit. Okay. I'm sorry. I will move on as soon as everybody's comfortable with us moving on. We can continue. Okay. All right, and we can keep going after that. Okay. Right, let me just get this on the screen. I'm sorry, the Hadidas in my background are having a screaming match, and I just wanna. Okay, we're just going to do, let's do a few, not too many. Okay, here we go. This is what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna move over to the side here. And then I'm just gonna pop these here. All right, so let's start with question D and E. Okay, in this particular case, we're solving for theta. All right, so we know for a fact that theta is an angle. So we're going to have to click shift. Okay. Let's start with D. Right, now if we look at D over here. Okay, and then my stylus is stuck and I don't know what to do about it now. Ah, there we go. Finally working. Nope, it's not working. Okay, I'm very sorry, guys. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for just 2 seconds so I can get my stylus working. So please bear with me for just 2 seconds. I'm going to have to close this and then reopen it. Okay, let me see now. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get back into it. Share screen. There we go. All right. It's loading. Okay, let's start with D, right? Remember, I need the sine theta part on its own. So who can tell me in the chat, what are we going to have to do first in this particular question? Before we can calculate for theta, what do we need to do in question D?
Divide by 2.
Absolutely. We need to divide by 2. So we're going to divide this side by 2, and we're going to divide that side by 2. And those 2 will cancel. So I will then have sine theta is equal to 1, 2 over 2. And now that I want theta, I can go theta is equal to arc sine of 1, 2 over 2. Somebody find me a calculator. Grab your calculator and find me an answer, please.
Hello.
Ma'am,
Hello. Yes.
My calculator shows 36,86.
Beautiful.
7.
Yes. In this case, we would say 87, right? Because that
Okay.
9 after 6 would change the 9 to a 7. I mean, we change the 6 to a 7, yes?
Okay.
Beautiful, but excellent work. I'm not sure who am I speaking to? I can't tell who I'm speaking to, but thank you so much for all the wonderful answers. Okay, it's 36,87 degrees. Okay, remember, don't forget the degrees, guys. Otherwise, if I'm marking your paper, you're definitely losing a mark and you can't come and complain. Okay, with this in mind, I want everybody to try E for me, please. And you can just shout out your answers when you're ready. Okay, think about how we calculated for D. Use that same argument to calculate for E. Or the same strategy. I don't think it's an argument. And then just pop you can shout out your answer. You can pop it in the chat, whichever one works for you.
ma'am, the answer is 60 degrees.
Beautiful, good. And I love how you added degrees because Penyo and Kanyo forgot to say degrees, and I'm going to mark them wrong. Okay, so I'm going to divide this side by 3, divide this side by 3, and those 2 will go away. So I'm then going to get cos theta is equal to 1, 5 over 3, and then theta will equal arc cos, or cos to the negative 1 of 1 over 5 to the 3. Therefore, theta is equal to 60 degrees. All right. I know, Wanga, I don't know what to say. They must, yeah, guys, we gotta keep it sharp, hey? Don't forget, we're calculating for theta, it's an angle. It must have degrees. Okay, now in G, there's more than one thing to move around. Yes? Who can tell me what's the first thing we're going to move over here in G, in question G?
Oh.
The 2, no, remember, okay. The 2 is multiplied to sine theta. I'm listening.
Ma'am, I would move
move
the 0. Okay.
Go ahead, guys. Don't chat. You can chat. You can talk.
Okay, ma'am, are you gonna remove the 0,4 and move it to the
A
other side?
negative 0,4. So once it become a
Correct.
Yeah.
plus.
Oh, good. I like whoever said the negative 0,4 because see you were just there. It's not just the 0,4, it's the negative 0,4 because if we leave that negative behind, we're going to get a negative 0,4 on the side and we're not going to get the answer that we actually need to get. Okay, so the negative 0,4 over to the other side and becomes positive. So now we've got 2 sine theta is equal to positive 0,4. Next step. What's my next step, people? Divide by 2. Good. Divide by 2, divide by 2 so that can go away. Now I've got sine of theta is equal to 0,4 over 2. All right. And all we need to do here is then find theta, which means we're going to go look for arc sine.
11,5.
Theta is equal to 11,
5, 4.
4.
Degrees.
Sia just lost the mark.
Degrees.
Ah,
I just said degrees.
okay, good. All right. Okay, I want everyone to give H a try. Pop your answers in the chat when you're ready. Okay, same WhatsApp group as G. Okay. Just gonna fetch my laptop charger before it dies. Wanga's got an answer for me, but Wanga, I fear you may have fallen for the trap in this particular question, and I hope we're going to go back and do some algebraic mathematics to figure out what we've done wrong, because your answer isn't exactly correct, but you've missed a very important part. Kat's answer, yes. Kat, your answer on point. Yes, Sally, absolutely. So it's just an algebraic mistake that you've made, Wanga. You have left out a minus somewhere. Okay. You've left out a minus somewhere. So just go have a look again at what needs to happen algebraically. Penyo, also look, is it 60 or is it 66? Let me know. Okay. All right, let's start over here. We're going to take this 2 over here. Oh, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. We're going to take this 2 over here and we're going to move it to the other side. So we're going to end up with -5 cos theta is equal to, if the 2 goes over, it becomes -2. Right. Then I'm going to divide both sides by -5. And those 2 will cancel. That then leaves me with cos of theta is equal to -2 over -5. But now I know that a negative divided by a negative is just going to give us a positive. So this is actually 2 over 5. So when I go look for theta, theta is going to be arc cos of 2 over 5. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. If you've put into your calculator arc cos of -2 over -5, your calculator is going to do the exact same thing. It will just cancel out the negatives for you. But let's just get used to remembering that algebraically, well, not even algebraically, just numerically, a negative and a negative will give us a positive. Right. And if I put that in, theta will then equal 66,42 degrees. All right. Okay, I'm going to erase this top part here. I feel like we're past here because I want us to do J and K before we move on. Okay, let's do J and K. Now, I want us to notice here that our... Oh, that was nasty of me. Let's leave H because we just done H. Okay, I want us to note here that our angle is not just theta. This time, our angle is theta minus 30 degrees. Right, so I want to get rid of the sign. So I know I'm going to put shift sign into my calculator, but the answer I'm going to get is not 30 equals shift sign. It's not 30 equals shift sign. The answer I'm going to get is theta minus 30. I'm going to get theta minus 30 degrees is equal to shift sign of 0,242. Somebody give me an answer, please. What is theta minus 30 equal to? Okay, I'm getting 14 degrees from Kat. Do we agree?
I also got 14 on my calculator.
Excellent. Beautiful work. Excellent. So we get 14 degrees. Good. But now we're solving for theta. So what should that 30 degrees, what should I do with that 30 degrees?
Shouldn't you add it to the 14?
Correct. We should move it over to the other side because they want us to solve for 30. Absolutely. For theta, not for theta minus 30 degrees. So we're then going to get theta is equal to 14 plus. Because it was negative 30 on the side, when we take it to the other side, it becomes plus 30 degrees. Therefore, theta is equal to 44 degrees. Okay. Excellent work. Now, the last one. Oh my goodness, I didn't plug my computer in. There we go. Okay, good. Now look at K. I want us to look very carefully at what we're going to get over here in K, guys. When we put, what are we going to put into our calculator? We're going to put arc cos. But because this 3 over here comes before cos, that means my answer is actually going to be 3 times theta minus 10 degrees is equal to arc cos of. Wanga, theta is not 14, it is 44 degrees. Okay, can you tell me? Oh, what have I done? I've gone back to an old lesson. Sorry, guys. Okay, can you tell me where I lost you so I can explain again? Guys, are you happy to answer K? Can you guys get me an answer for K? I'll give you guys a few minutes to get that answer for me. Ah, all right, no worries. Okay, find me the answer for K. So I'm going to isolate this part, this whole part. So I'm going to take arc cos of what? Who can tell me in the chat? What are we going to take arc cos of?
3, I think.
No, remember the 3 makes up part of the angle. The 3 is after the cos. So this whole thing makes up part of the angle. What are we going to take arc cos of? Yes, Palesa, absolutely. We're going to take arc cos of 0, So we're going to get 3 multiplied by theta minus 10 is equal to arc cos of the thing that we have on this side, which is 0. That's it, Michael. It's going to give us an answer, guys. It's going to give us an answer. Arc cos of theta is 90, arc cos of 0 is 90 degrees. So we're going to get 3 times theta minus 10 is equal to 90 degrees. Good. Michael, remember the degrees before I took away his mark. Okay, what's my next step, guys?
Then we move everything to the other side.
Okay, how? How are we going to move everything?
The inverse operation.
We
So
can
the
do the
two-
inverse operations. Which one would come first?
The 3.
What would we do with the 3, my darling?
We would divide by 90.
Yes. We would divide both sides by 3. And those 2 will cancel. So I would end up with theta minus 10 degrees is equal to 30 degrees. And then my last step would be to move
Into the other
negative
side.
10
No.
to the other side. That's it. Beautiful. Therefore, theta is equal to 40
degrees.
Okay. I'm going to ask again. Give me a thumbs up. Are we feeling comfortable with these questions? Thumbs down.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, is it okay if you substitute 3 and make it 3 theta minus 30 degrees equals to 90?
Not at all. Not at all. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You can do that. You can just go theta minus 10 degrees is equal to 90. And then what we can do is we can distribute in first. We can distribute. So we're going to end up with 3 theta minus 30 degrees is equal to 90 degrees, right? And then we'd have
Yes.
3 theta is equal to, this would go over to the other side and become plus 30. So we'd end up with 120, and then you'd still divide by 3. And theta would still come out as 120 divided by 3, would just give me theta.
40 degrees.
Same thing, my guy. You can do it that way. Nobody's going to take any marks away from you. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Perfect mathematics. Well done. All right. Okay, let's move back to the questions that we were doing over here. Now, if we look at what we've got at 7.4, do we all feel comfortable to answer 7.4 now? Are we all okay to answer 7.4?
Yes.
Yes? Yeah. Go for it, guys. I know you can do it. Go, go, go.
Oh, ma'am, can I ask?
Yes.
So, the one, yeah, K, yeah, the K one, the top one, the
K1,
examples
yes.
we were doing. So I
Yes.
kind of distributed the brackets. Yeah, I
Mm,
kind of distributed the brackets before, yeah, solving what. Then,
okay, that's fine. Like this
but
question
like I
down
still
here.
got the same answer, which is 40 degrees, but I
So you
distributed
this
the,
part over here.
yes, yeah, this
Hmm.
one.
Perfect, perfect. Because Sia just asked about the same. I think Sia did the exact same thing, and he also got the same answer. So don't stress it. It's a 100% correct mathematical example. Okay. So yes,
Okay.
you can do that. All right, 7.4, guys, and then we'll move on to some diagrams. Hey, Kat's got an answer for us. Let's see, Kat, if everybody agrees with you. All right, guys, we are a little pressed for time, so let's go ahead and do this one. Okay, I know that I need to get rid of that 3 in front of 3 sign. So I must divide by 3 first. And then I'm going to have sine of x minus 10 degrees is equal to 1 over 3. So I want x minus 10 degrees is equal to arc sine of 1 over 3. Therefore, x minus 10 is going to equal 19,47 degrees. And now I've got that 10 degrees that needs to come over to the other side. Therefore, x is equal to 29,47 degrees. Well done to everyone. Oko, did you just look for sign of what happened? How did we get 32? I'm not 100% sure how we got 32. Maybe double check for me, please, my darling. Make sure we're getting the right thing. Okay. I'm going to assume we're all comfortable with these. They're quite nice, actually, now that we know. Aibo. Ah, Michael. I need to screenshot that and show the other teachers. That's hilarious. Okay. Okay, let's try 5.3. Okay, we're going to solve for x in each of these diagrams. Okay, whenever we see a diagram, what must we think? Step one. What is step one, guys? What is step one, peeps?
You
Remind
must
me.
label. You must label.
Yes, absolutely. Let's label. Step two. Who remembers what step two is? I think everybody may have forgot. Step two, yes, Kat, thank you. Have versus want. And then step three is our equation. Okay, we're gonna follow these steps over here. All right. Okay, guys, let's start solving for x in both of these. Okay, we've got about 5 minutes. So we will get to that in just a little bit. Hello, Abu, you're in the wrong class for now. Your class only starts in 7 minutes, my guy. Thank you very much, Wanga. The kids at my school say they look like a certain serial killer's glasses, but I think that's just them being mean. Apparently, I look like a certain famous serial killer from Netflix when I wear them. I know, right? Yep, that's the one, Mandisa. Oh, I know.
Ma'am, personally, I wouldn't let that slide.
I know, I don't. Their tests are very difficult because how dare they say such a thing? Less than one. Oh, no, actually, time up. Sorry, guys. Time is up. Okay, let's start with this first one over here. We're going to label in terms of 35 degrees. So this side over here is going to be my adjacent side. That 10 over there is going to be my opposite. And this x over here is going to be my hypotenuse. Right. There, I'm done with labeling. Now I have to do my have versus want. What do I have? I've got a 35-degree angle and I've got my opposite side. I want my hypotenuse. I want hypotenuse. Now, if I do myself a favor and I write a little SOHCAHTOA on the side, okay, I know that opposite and hypotenuse is going to be my sine. So I'm going to go sine of 35 degrees. Ooh, I'm cheating the system here. I lie. I need to go sine of theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Now we can sub in. We can do the equation. Sine of 35 degrees is equal to the opposite, which is 10 over hypotenuse, which is x. And then we're going to cross multiply. We're going to put this over 1 and we're going to cross. Then I'm going to end up with x sine 35 degrees is equal to 10. 1 times 10 is 10. And then I'm going to, because I want x on its own, I will divide both sides by sine 35 degrees. Sine 35 degrees. Cancel, cancel. Therefore, x is equal to, I don't have an answer. Somebody give me an answer. Sine 10 over sine 35 is equal to 17,4. 17,4. Okay, and it's not an angle, so we don't have to say degrees. All right. Let's look at this next one over here. Again, I need to label in terms of my angle. And so there I've got my angle. I know this is my adjacent side. That over there is my opposite side. And over here across my 90-degree angle, that is the hypotenuse. Right. So I have to do what I have. What do I have? I've got my opposite and I've got my adjacent. What do I want? X is sitting where a what would be. What am I looking for here, guys? The angle. Good. I want x, which is the angle. So we must click shift. We must shift angle. Hashtag. All right. So my equation using O and A, using opposite and adjacent, would be tan. So I would go tan of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So tan of x is equal to my opposite, which is 5, over my adjacent, which is 8. I know I want an angle, so I must click shift. Therefore, x is equal to shift tan or arctan of 5 over 8. Therefore, my angle x is equal to, close brackets, I should get 32 degrees. If you don't write the degrees, you lose a mark. There must be a degrees there. All right, peeps, it is quiz night. It is quiz night. So let's jump into this quiz that you're going to do tonight. This quiz that you're doing tonight, guys, encapsulates everything we've done since the beginning of trigonometry. Okay, so it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. It's only 10 questions long, but it takes a while to get to all the answers. It is consolidation. Yes, says Marie. It is. All right. That's it from me this evening, guys. It's so lovely always to hang out with you guys.